he needs to stop being sad. When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead. True story.
We wish we could stop crying and be awesome instead, but we just can't. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 saddest How I Met Your Mother moments.
What if you decide to go be a painter, and then you realize I don't fit into your life anymore, and 3 months becomes forever? Can you promise me that that's not going to happen?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be going over the most tear-jerking moments from the sitcom How I Met Your Mother. Since several of these moments involve plot developments, there will be spoilers ahead.
You guys don't get it, okay? None of you do. My dad was my hero. And he was my teacher. And he was my best friend.
Number 10. Tracy talks to Max.
There's someone that I need to talk to. I'll be right back.
The titular mother Tracy has her own journey towards Ted Mosby, and it's a tragic one. In her early 20s, Tracy's first love, Max, dies abruptly.
Would it be okay if I moved on?
She takes many years to get over the loss, though she eventually does start dating again, even if her boyfriend Louis isn't exactly perfect for her. When Louis proposes, Tracy takes a moment in private to speak to Max, asking permission to move on.
I think that I have been holding myself back from falling in love again. And I think it's because I can't let you go.
While she rejects Louis, she plays a rendition of La Vie en Rose on the ukulele in a bittersweet and beautiful moment that Ted bears witness to.
Give your heart and soul to me, and life will always be La Vie en Rose.
Also, Tracy's lost love is foreshadowing for a later entry on our list. Number 9. Lily leaves Marshall.
You know, if you're having these kind of doubts now, what's going to change in 3 months? Maybe we just shouldn't get married at all.
Maybe not.
Marshmallow and Lily Pad are the kind of couple that we all aspire to. Their communication, support, and general adorability are all fantastic to watch. So when Lily accepts a fellowship across the country without telling Marshall in the season 1 finale, their ensuing fight is rather unexpected.
I'm not asking you to understand it. I'm not asking you to be happy about it. I'm just asking you to support it.
Although the two try to delay having to deal with the issue by pausing their argument, eventually they break up, leaving Marshall crying in the rain. Even this early on in the series, these two seem like they would be together forever, so their seemingly permanent breakup hits home. Number 8. Lily's confession.
Say how much you hate that Robin and Barney are getting married.
What? No!
Barney and Robin's wedding, particularly its planning stages, proves to be a stressful time, and not just for them. Ted especially becomes stressed as he tries to reconcile his feelings for Robin with his attempts to be a good friend.
Robin shouldn't be with Barney, she should be with me.
Ultimately, Lily sits him down on the roof to get him to admit to this, and in doing so, she admits something even worse. Sometimes, she wishes she wasn't a mother.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't a mom. Sometimes I want to pack a bag and leave in the middle of the night and not come back.
She admits that working with children and being a mother makes it all feel like work, and that she sometimes fantasizes about leaving her life behind. Feeling trapped by what you love is sadly a very relatable experience.
I spend the whole day taking care of kids and my job, and I come home and it's more of the same. It never lets up. It's just really, really hard, Ted.
Number 7. Barney's longest second.
You weren't at the top of your game, but it was still
Oh my God! I just cheated on Kevin. He is the nicest guy ever. I'm a terrible person.
Barney and Robin had a long and difficult path to get to the altar. Following their first attempt at a relationship, they each cheat on their partners to sleep with each other.
I wish last night never happened.
I don't.
Although both feel guilty and attempt to confess their indiscretion, Barney believes that he and Robin can still get together once they have ended their current relationships.
Hey, how's it going? Not great. Nora and I broke up.
However, although Barney breaks up with Nora, Robin does not tell Kevin, and Barney's realization that she doesn't feel the same about him leaves him feeling like time has stopped.
For Barney, the second that would never end was this one.
While time is frozen, we're right there with him. Number 6. Marvin Sr.'s funeral voicemail.
Marshall, do you remember the last thing your father said to you?
Marshall's father Marvin tragically passes away midway through the series, naturally leaving Marshall devastated.
Baby, are you okay?
I hold in my hand the last words my father will ever say to me.
During his funeral, Marshall discovers he has one final voicemail from his father, and while he puts off listening to it, he eventually can't take it anymore, only to be disappointed that it's a pocket dial.
He always came through for me. And now he's just gone. And what am I left with?
He goes on to express what his father meant to him, and how he feels robbed of a chance to hear his final words, only for his father to realize that his phone was on and tell his son he loves him one final time.
Oh, sorry about that, buddy. Anyway, your mom and I had such a great time seeing you. I love you.
This moment is a tearjerker, but they're both sad and happy tears.
Looks like your dad came through one last time.
Number 5. Barney stealing the basketball net.
Barney, I got your letter.
Dad?
After years spent in ignorance, Barney finally meets his father. While in typical Barney fashion, he tries to play up his father's accomplishments. Turns out he's actually just a typical suburban dad. During a dinner with Jerry and his family, Barney mocks his half-brother and storms out, ineffectually trying to steal the basketball hoop and backboard above Jerry's garage.
Barney, what is going on? This is mine.
I don't understand.
JJ gets a childhood, a dad, a real family, and a basketball hoop? No, I at least get the hoop. I'm taking it with me.
When Jerry tries to find out why Barney is disappointed in Jerry's suburban lifestyle, Barney tells him that he wants to know why Jerry couldn't have been a dad to him growing up. He only wants the net as consolation. Neil Patrick Harris's acting is excellent, and we really feel for Barney here.
You're just some lame suburban dad.
Why does that make you so mad?
Because if you were gonna be some lame suburban dad, why couldn't you have been that for me?
Number 4. 45 days.
Look around, Ted. You're all alone.
After a night spent in the bar with hypothetical future versions of himself and Barney, Ted realizes that he's actually been there alone, lost in reminiscences. Future Ted tells his kids if he could really change the past, he would do many things, but the first thing he'd do would be to visit their future mother.
Hi. I'm Ted Mosby. And exactly 45 days from now, you and I are gonna meet.
He then imagines himself rushing to meet Tracy, giving her an emotional speech telling her how much he's going to love her when they meet in 45 days, and saying that he wishes he could have that extra time with her.
But I'm here now, I guess because I want this extra 45 days. With you, I want each one of them.
The moment is performed brilliantly, and is made all the more heartbreaking given our next entry. Number 3. Tracy's death.
I mean, come on. Yeah, of course she showed up. What mother is going to miss her daughter's wedding?
Although the death of Tracy is foreshadowed several times during the series, including the previous entry, as well as in that scene at the restaurant, Tracy's death still packs an emotional punch.
You see, kids, right from the moment I met your mom, I knew I have to love this woman as much as I can, for as long as I can, and I can never stop loving her, not even for a second.
During the finale, just prior to finally telling his kids how he met her, Ted reveals to the audience through a montage that Tracy got sick through an unspecified illness and passed away 6 years before he started telling his kids the story.
Even then, in what can only be called the worst of times, all I could do was thank God.
While we may have only spent a season getting to know her, Tracy was a great character and a pivotal part of the show, and losing her really hurt. Number 2. Robin can't have children.
I can't have a baby.
At first upset at the prospect of having kids, Robin is relieved when she's told she won't be having a child. But Robin is still surprisingly affected when her doctor later tells her that she can't have children at all.
Never wanted that. Of course, it's one thing not to want something, it's another to be told you can't have it.
She tries brushing it off, but she becomes more upset as the episode goes on, and the feels are further piled on when it's revealed that the children she's been narrating to aren't real.
If you want to know the truth of it, I'm glad you guys aren't real.
This culminates in her breaking down into tears at Ted's attempt to cheer her up.
But there's one thing your Aunt Robin never was. She was never alone.
Number 1. Marshall's dad's death.
My dad's dead?
We've already seen what the aftermath of Marshall's dad's death does to him, but the moment he finds out is easily the saddest part of the entire show. Marshall and his dad are incredibly close, despite living so far apart. So Marshall struggles with whether to tell him about the fertility issues he and Lily are having.
What I'm saying is, we love you no matter what.
After learning he and Lily can have kids, Marshall attempts to call his dad, to no avail. And when he meets up with Lily, she tells him his father had a heart attack and died.
Something's happened. Your father, he had a heart attack. He didn't make it.
Marshall's devastation is incredibly authentic, and we're all the sadder because of it.
I'm not ready for this.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.